We all know that emotions can be overwhelming at times, right? But what if I told you that there's a way to control your emotions and respond in a more balanced, calm, and collected manner? Yes, it's possible. And I've got 6 incredible tips to share with you today. Comments. Understanding your triggers is the first step to emotional control. Emotions often arise from specific triggers. It's crucial to identify what sets you off and why. Take a moment to reflect on what pushes your buttons. Is it criticism, traffic, or perhaps a particular person's comments? Understanding your triggers is the first step to emotional control. Not too long ago, I used to get really upset in traffic. I mean, who doesn't, right? But then I realized that it wasn't the traffic itself that was making me angry. It was the feeling of being stuck and powerless. Once I identified that, it became easier to manage my emotions in such situations. So, here's what you can do. Keep a journal of moments when you feel strong emotions. Write down what happened, who was involved, and how you felt. Over time, patterns will emerge, helping you pinpoint your triggers. Once you know them, you can start working on not reacting impulsively when they're activated. Tip number 2, pause and breathe. When you feel your emotions surging, remember that it's okay to pause. Just take a deep breath. This simple act can help you regain your composure and think more clearly, ensuring your response is thoughtful, not impulsive. I remember a time when I received some harsh criticism on social media. My initial reaction was to fire back with an equally harsh response. But then, I remembered the second tip, pause and breathe. I stepped away from the computer, took a few deep breaths, and came back to it later with a much calmer and more composed response. So next time you find yourself in a heated argument or a tense situation, try this. Inhale deeply for a count of 4. Hold your breath for 4, and then exhale for 4. Repeat this a few times. It's amazing how something as simple as conscious breathing can change the way you react to challenging situations. Tip number 3, practice empathy. Try to understand the perspective of the person or situation that's causing your emotional reaction. By putting yourself in their shoes, you not only gain insight into their motivations, but also diffuse negative emotions. There was a time when I had a colleague who seemed constantly critical of my work. At first, I couldn't understand why. It was really bothering me. But then, I decided to have a one-on-one conversation with her to understand her point of view. It turned out she was under a lot of pressure herself, and her critiques were coming from a place of stress, not malice. Once I empathized with her situation, it became easier for me not to react defensively. Here's a tip for you. When you find yourself in a disagreement or feeling upset by someone's actions, take a moment to think about why they might be acting that way. What could be going on in their life that's causing this behavior? It doesn't mean you have to agree with them, but understanding their perspective can help you respond with more empathy and less reactivity. Tip number 4, channel your emotions. Did you know that emotions can be harnessed for good? Instead of letting emotions consume you, find a healthy outlet. It could be exercise, art, or any activity that helps you release and manage those feelings constructively. I'm a big fan of jogging. Whenever I feel stressed or frustrated, I lace up my sneakers and go for a run. The physical activity not only helps me burn off excess energy, but also gives me a chance to think clearly. By the time I'm done, I'm in a much better state of mind to deal with whatever was bothering me. So here's what you can do. Find an activity that you enjoy and that allows you to release pent-up emotions. It could be dancing, painting, playing a musical instrument, or even just going for a brisk walk. When you feel overwhelmed, engage in this activity to channel your emotions into something positive. Tip number 5, practice mindfulness. In our busy lives, it's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of emotions. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment, observing your emotions without judgment. It allows you to respond, not react. A few years ago, I started a daily mindfulness meditation practice. At first, it was a challenge to sit still and quiet my mind, but over time, I noticed a significant change. I became more aware of my emotions as they arose, and instead of immediately reacting, I could choose how to respond. Here's a simple mindfulness exercise you can try. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Focus on your breath as you inhale and exhale. When thoughts or emotions arise, acknowledge them without judgment, and gently bring your focus back to your breath. This practice can help you become more aware of your emotions and create a space for considered responses. And finally, tip number 6, seek support. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Don't hesitate to reach out to friends, family, or professionals who can provide guidance and a listening ear when needed. There have been moments in my life when I felt overwhelmed by my emotions. During those times, talking to a friend or a therapist has been incredibly helpful. Just having someone listen without judgment can make a world of difference. If you're struggling with your emotions and finding it challenging to manage them on your own, please consider reaching out to a trusted friend, family member, or a mental health professional. Seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Our journey concludes here for now. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends and family who could benefit from these techniques. And don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content on personal development, productivity, and well-being. Thank you for spending this time with me, and dive deeper into mindful living by watching this video, 10 Benefits of Being Alone and Doing Things on Your Own.